Decoding Sagittarius personality traits and secrets. Today we're going to decode the Sagittarius Zodiac Sign and understand it. We'll talk about Sagittarius personality traits, secrets, and how Sagittarius is different from other zodiac signs and what makes them unique. Stay tuned. The ninth astrological sign is Sagittarius. It's associated with the constellation that has the same name, which spans between 240 and 270 degrees in the chart. The Sun transits this sign between the 22nd of November and the 21st of December. This sign is usually represented as a half-human, half-horse, called a centaur according to Greek mythology. It's known as the archer. The symbol used for this sign represents a bow and arrow. Under this sign, it's said that prophets are born, in connection with the fact that they always hit their target, as if they know what everyone is going to do before it's happened. As purple is the color of spirituality and awareness, it was associated with this sign. Sagittarius has a natural luck and positive nature. Purple pushes natives born under this sign towards philosophical enlightenment and openness. Playing with nuances of this color could help Sagittarius natives to think outside the box and heal mental stress. A balanced Sagittarius will surface an optimistic, energetic purple personality. This sign is the ruler of the lower body, meaning hips, thighs, legs, lower back, and pelvis. It's no wonder that a free-spirited sign that's always on the move, agile and energetic, is in charge of the legs. This muscular system helps the horse gallop past its comfort zone. With a strong, elegant, and well-built body, Sagittarius is made for sports, but they have to be extra careful with the warm-up of the legs, as they tend to injure easily. The ruler of the ninth house, the house of spirituality and travel, just like their mythological creature, is a higher intelligence that creates a bridge between earth and heaven. It's their nature to be curious about philosophical ideas, new perspectives, and new journeys. Curious in their nature, they tend to wander, always looking at the greener grass on the other side. Even if they might seem like rebels when it comes to social norms, they have a deeper understanding of this material world and the limits of our bodies. According to some characteristics, astrology classifies the 12 signs into 3 big modalities: cardinal, fixed, and mutable. Each category is responsible for the beginning of a season, cardinal, the boost of the season, fixed, and the end of the season, mutable. The end of the spring is connected to Gemini, the summer with Virgo. Sagittarius is in charge of the autumn, and Pisces for the end of the winter. So how is this materialized by Sagittarius? They're all about action and are able to activate and get things moving. Even if they're not leaders like a cardinal sign, they have go-getter spirits that make them move things and people. Sagittarius is always on the look for new ways to improve themselves, their situations, and their relationships. Sagittarius are optimistic and forwardly looking toward the winter. As for them, it's a peaceful time of sleep that leads to spring and new beginnings. They have a fiery transformational nature that's the result of the fact that Sagittarius is a fire element. All fire signs are known to have a spontaneous and impulsive nature. The combination between the fire element and the mutable character of this sign makes them less determined but more adaptable than other fire signs. It's no wonder that wherever there's an adventure, a Sagittarius is already there, as they love to gather as much experience as possible. They crave knowledge that exists beyond this world. If we combine all the symbolic elements of this sign, we could picture Sagittarius like a flaming arrow that pierces through the air. Jupiter was known as the biggest god in Roman mythology, all good and powerful. This is the planet of expansion, the ruler of Sagittarius and the largest planet in our solar system. So, influenced by this planet, natives born under this sign can seem unlimited, overconfident, and full of hot air. Just like the god they have on their side, that had the biggest temple in Rome, Sagittarians desire the bigger and better. If not careful, this might take them to a point of excess and indulgence. Jupiter was the god of the feast, so Sagittarians could develop a hedonistic side. With Jupiter, they can take over the world, and if they have some problems, don't worry, they're also the luckiest sign of the zodiac. At times, they might even be associated with abundance and good fortune. So Sagittarius is the perfect impersonation of Jupiter, always on the move, searching to expand their mind, optimistic and lucky. This sign will always aim for the stars. In Greek mythology, the centaur Chiron, also known as Sagittarius, was the son of Kronos. Born half man and the half horse, he was different from other centaurs. He was the teacher and mentor of several heroes, like Achilles and Hercules. According to the myth, he was accidentally shot with a poisoned arrow by Hercules. He never managed to heal himself. Immortality made him unable to die, but still he suffered because of the poison that infected his body. He gave up his immortality, saving Prometheus from his chains. Zeus was impressed by his sacrifice and immortalized him in the sky as a constellation. There are other Greek myths that use this symbol of the half-man, half-horse. Sagittarius is also associated with the Greek god Apollo, who turned himself into a centaur to escape the advances of Diana. Babylonians considered Sagittarius as the god Nergal, a centaur with a bow and arrow. In this culture, it had wings and a pair of human and panther heads. Instead of a horse tail, it had a scorpion stinger. In Sumer, its name was Pabilsag, where Pabil means elder and Sag means chief, so his name could be translated as forefather. The Sagittarius constellation was first identified in the 2nd century by astronomer Ptolemy. It is situated in the southern celestial hemisphere. It lies between Scorpius to the east and Capricornus to the west. The center of our galaxy lies in the western part of the Sagittarius constellation, so it contains many star clusters and nebulae. The arrow of this constellation points towards Antares, the heart of the scorpion. All in all, ruled by Jupiter, Sagittarius is born under a lucky star. It's clear that they're blessed with charms that can facilitate their path in life, but they are aware of this and can become entitled. As they're used to always having their way, Sagittarius is known to take crazy risks. The rush that comes with the hazard can become addictive for people born under this sign, so they might act risky just for the fun, without thinking about consequences. This constant need for thrilling experiences can make them get bored easily, so some might consider Sagittarians inconsistent. This is because as soon as they lose interest, they almost certainly never get back on track. Even if they do, it has to involve a lot of effort. It's of help for Sagittarians to understand how their first impulse works, as they tend to make decisions that might turn out recklessly in the end. Finding the power to admit they can also be wrong, just like anyone else, could help them when making important decisions. They're known for being emotionally cold signs, and this can help them in their practical way of living. As soon as there are emotions involved, it could be of great assistance for them to try and get in touch with their emotional side. Even if it can be hard and a real challenge, Sagittarius needs to understand emotions and get over their insensitivity. Their inability to reach the emotional realm can make them harsh with words. When they're enraged, they'll hurt anyone without thinking about the consequences. They can become angry for almost no reason and in no time, but they can also get over it even faster. So one of the lessons they should learn is tact and respect. Because of their rigid nature, it could be an upgrade if they manage to adapt to different circumstances. If they manage to understand and learn flexibility, they could find an easy way to win. If they reach that potential, they can surface a natural investigative side. So if they're in tune with the world and people around them, they're open to observing every little detail, even lies. So be careful if you plan to lie to a Sagittarius. Thank you for watching the video. Please like, share, and subscribe for all the updates.